Yo, what up, friends? What up? Take a look at my girlfriend. She's the only one I got. Da, 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 da. Ah, not much of a girlfriend. Never seems to get a lot. That's good. Da, 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 da. Ow. Cause I've been waiting just to see what's between your ow. Hey now, let's get it going. Pop, lock, and dropping. Ain't no stopping. Here we are, the professor. Semanalmente, don't go too far. Subscribe at Ball and Buzz. Yo, yo, yo. What up? What up? What up, friends? Ha ha. Yes, sir. You already know who it be. The Professor Omar, the Professor Fonseca. Make sure that you are subscribed at Ball and Buds. This is just only a test run, uh, dry test run of the first episode. Well, pre-launch, obviously, since this will be starting hopefully next week. But we're gonna do. This is the Professor Semanalmente. This is the test run, pre-launch. Again, I am Omar, the Professor Fonseca. Yo, 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 what is up, my friends? Not that there's anybody there, but that's all good. It doesn't really matter. It's just me making sure that things are as they should be. So, we just, again, just making sure we got all this good. And then, yeah, so this show is going to just be about the headlines of the week, sports, world news, pop culture, all that good stuff. And that'll be me just giving headlines and analysis. I'm doing this video to make sure that everything sounds good and looks good. I'm going to run it back and play it back for myself to make sure everything is good. So I think everything is set up and proper. Holla at your boy. Let's kick this bad boy off. This week, let's get into, first of all, the sports portion of this broadcast. Again, make sure you're subscribed at Ball and Buds, BALLANDBUDS on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe and follow on Instagram. Holla. The WNBA Wowzers. That gives me a chance to also mention to make sure you're subscribed, because I will be doing my Mind of the Professor number 4 next week. But the WNBA had their best season ever this year off of the increased intrigue of Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, among others, who have made this game great before these rookies came along, including a bunch of players in this finals contest, including legend Breanna Stewart, finals MVP Jonquel Jones. You got Sabrina Ionescu, right? You got Minnesota. You got Nafisa Collier, who was runner-up in the MVP, which no, hold on. That's not where I want to go with it, though. No, so I want to go. Okay. I guess I could. Anyway, okay. I could do that. Okay. Versus the Minnesota Lynx, who had Nafisa Collier, who was actually the second runner-up in the MVP voting, to Asia Wilson. These finals were the biggest and most watched finals ever at 1.29 million viewers, 77% up versus the 2023 finals, but still smaller than the 2.2 million that tuned in for Caitlin Clark's 2 postseason games. So obviously you can see that Caitlin Clark does bring a lot of eyes to the game. A rising tide lifts all boats. A rising tide. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So anyways, a rising tide lifts all. Sounds good. That's a good one. I got to make sure I write that down. Anyways, why would you need to write that down? You're not going to remember that? All right. Anyways. Man, I wish people could actually see this behind the scenes process that goes on. All right. Anyways, awesome series. If you did not see it, you need to go back and watch. It was crazy. Not every game, but the games came down to the wire, and it was such good basketball. So please make sure that you go back if you are a fan of basketball and that you go back and watch the WA final. Shout out to the New York Liberty. If you are a fan of conspiracy theories, this is their first championship. They're the original franchise. They've gone there 6 times. David Stern, may he rest in power, would not be rolling over in his grave because he would like this, seeing how he is no opponent, shall I say, of increasing your teams at the plight of others. Other team. That's pretty good. I actually got all right, cool. Anyways, that's a good one. All right, cool. So anyways, great. Moving on. World Series coming up starting this Friday. Don't think that just because I have a smile on my face that I am happy about it. Shout out to my Metropolitans. Wow, what an amazing run. I know usually Mets fans, we are in despair. And yes, I shed a tear last night knowing that I won't be able to go to that first World Series game ever, as I had tickets to game 1 at Citi Field for me and my dad. So that's not going to happen this year. It's very sad. Hopefully it can happen again. But nevertheless, it was an amazing, fun year to watch them. And so shout out to my Mets. So I'm not happy that they got beat by the Dodgers, but MLB is going to get their dream series here as they are getting the 2 biggest and best markets that they have, rich histories, beloved stars, passionate fan bases, all of these things. It is going to surpass, I can already tell you, the highest ratings previously, which was the Cubs and Cleveland back in 2016 at 22.8 million viewers average. It's gonna knock that out the park. You got Shohei Ohtani, the biggest star in the world, and the best baseball player of all time in terms of skills. I know maybe not production because he's only been in the league a few years, but he is definitely Babe Ruth on I shouldn't say on steroids because that would baseball PED. I guess that's not going to work too good. Is that there, buddy? Oh, that's okay. But I mean, you know what I meant. He's a bigger and better star. So that is another one that's going to just bring in huge amounts of eyes. Aaron Judge on the Yankees side. You got Soto, who is a free agent, wants Soto after the season. He's looking to get over 500 or over 550 million in the off season. So this is going to be, even though I'm mad and upset my Mets didn't make it, it's going to be an amazing and fun series to watch. Back. Who is back, you say? Who is back? Who is back? Who is back? It is the NHL and the NBA, baby. Whoa. Wait a second. What? Shout out my boy, Skywalker Boxing Media. Mi hermano, shout out. Wow. Okay, wait a second. How are you commenting? This was supposed to be a test run. How are you commenting? This is supposed to be a test run. This isn't supposed to be, oh, this is live? I just did all that live? Oh my, I am appalled, embarrassed, and ashamed that I did all of that for the past 10 minutes on live TV. I thought it was a test. I was doing this as a recording. I wanted to watch it back and so I could edit it because this is just a test run. It's not the real episode. And now I see my boy Skywalker Boxing Media. Shout out, subscribe, I guess, while you're there. So, what? Now I'm seeing he's commenting, but you can't comment if it's not live. Oh my. Oh no. Yo, what up, bro? I thought this was a test run. I didn't know this was live. Yo, if you've been watching for the past 10 minutes, I apologize for anything you saw me do and or say. I was dancing and singing and doing some wild shit. My apologies. I thought this was a test run. I did it. I thought I set it up as a recording because I wanted to come back and watch it so I could edit it. I didn't realize this was live. Oh shit. Well, my bad for that. But what up, bro? Yo, now that we're live, we might as well keep it moving. Might as well. It was it was supposed to be a test run, but I guess we're live, so we might as well make this premiere episode, I guess. And if you want some hilarious last 10 minutes, you might want to go check out what just happened. But yes, subscribe, excuse me, to Skywalker Boxing Media. I do interviews for them and Country Box here in Nashville, Tennessee. Next one, Tuesday, November 5th, Country Box. I will be there doing some interviews for Skywalker Boxing Media and Mo Boxing No Problem. So tune in and subscribe to both of those, as well as Ball and Buds. Sports and entertainment. So yeah, moving on. I guess now we're live. I actually got to act serious and not like I was before, which was totally wild. The NHL has been back. Awesome first week. Tomorrow, if you are an NHL fan or even just a casual who wants to watch NHL, maybe get into it. Tomorrow is your day. The Frozen Frenzy returns. All 32 teams, 16 games, one night, starting at 5, or I guess it would be 6 p.m. Eastern till, I guess the last game would start at midnight Eastern. That'd be my Kings playing the Las Vegas Knights, but I think that's 11:30 Eastern. Anyways, so that's going to be your Frozen Frenzy. So basically, you're going to want to watch the whip around show if you don't have a few teams that you want to watch, but it should be awesome hockey all day long. I know I'll be glued to the TV. Also, that gives me a chance to remind you to check out Bottom Line Sports tomorrow night. I make my triumphant return after my 3-week sabbatical to the Bottom Line Sports. And, I got to come back and help those jolly fellas out. They weren't doing too well, missing their boys. So, so I'll help them out and I'll come back. No, I'm joking. Subscribe I'm not joking. Bottom Line Sports. Also back, baby, tomorrow. The NBA opens up. My Celtics are going against the Knicks opening night, hanging banner number 18. I should have worn my championship hat, and I would have gone and grabbed it had this not been live, but apparently it's live. So instead, I'm going to shout out my boy, my brother David Dubois. Make sure you subscribe to David's ALS Journey on Team David and Team Dubois. He is fighting for advocacy and awareness of this horrible disease of ALS, and is one of the strongest people I know. So make sure you subscribe to his blog and support there. So the NBA is back. Celtics hanging banner number 18. They're going to repeat. I already told y'all, most dominant team since the Warriors. There's no way they don't repeat, barring some injuries, obviously. But even then, they could lose 1 or even 2 of their top 5, maybe even 3 of their top, and still, as long as they have one of the 2 or both, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, and if they had both, they don't need anybody else. But if they only had one and they had like one of the others, they would still probably win the championship. But let's not get ahead of ourselves because I don't want to jinx us. Huge storylines. New look Knicks, can they challenge the Celtics? Brought in Mikal Bridges, traded for Cat as well. Karl Anthony Towns got rid of Julius Randle. Dante DiVincenzo sent away as well. Maybe there was a little beef between him and Jalen Brunson's daddy there. No, I'm just joking. I don't mean not start any BS. Joel Embiid, can he finally stay healthy? And did he find his partner in Paul George? Well, Paul George already got hurt in the preseason, a bone bruise in the knee. I think we can see how this is going to go. I'm praying that they still stay healthy because I'd like to see them challenge my Celtics. But it hasn't ever been healthy for them before, so we will hope that they stay healthy this year. What about in the Western Conference? LeBron and his nepotism, getting his son into the league. How will they fit on the court? Doesn't really matter. No, I saw some joke article the other day about Bronny retiring at the same time as LeBron. I didn't see the joke. I saw no lies detected. Moving on, will Victor Wembanyama assume the mantle of the face in NBA. I could tell you one thing. We talked about earlier, Shohei Ohtani being a two-way player and one of the best. Victor Wembanyama, defense, offense. He is the alien, baby, and he is from outer space. Ja Morant, full-time return. What is he going to do as well as Zion Williamson? At his healthiest form ever and more determined than ever. What about the Mavericks? Can Luka, with now Kyrie in there, they're all acclimated. Now they're bringing in Klay Thompson. Can they return to the finals? Or will the Nuggets, maybe the super team of the Suns, the last of a dying breed, and or the young up-and-coming Thunder, who are going to, it's either going to be the Thunder or Mavericks that I picked to go against the Celtics. I don't know yet, but I'll let you know my pick tomorrow on the Bottom Line Sports. How's that for a tease? Moving on, college football. Oregon leads the AP top 25 for the first time since 2012, going back to their glory days. And so they are number one now. Georgia, after a couple, that tough loss they had to Alabama, now coming back, rounding back into form. Penn State now there. So Georgia's number 2, Penn State's number 3. So really good college season. The thing you really got to know about the college football season this year is that with the college football playoffs having 12 teams, you can have multiple losses and still make it in. And that's what's making this great, because the SEC and the Big Ten are bringing more competition out of each other, which is making more losses, but that doesn't mean the teams are worse. That means you're going to start seeing this every year, multiple losses, but it's great for us and it's great for the playoffs. Moving on, NFL tonight, crazy. It'll be the first exclusive ever streaming broadcast of Monday Night Football. It will be streamed solely on ESPN Plus. If you are a bum and you don't have ESPN Plus and you like sports, I would suggest you get it. It's amazing. I've had it for years, and I don't know what else I would do, because I always have it running, because there's literally, they just play all the college sports. I can go watch college field hockey if you want. And I've done. So anyways, but this is the third of a record 4 Monday Night Football doubleheaders this year. I like it. I like the 2 games on Monday night. Keep it coming. Gives me a little more variety to watch. And plus, get it out of the way now, because once you get hockey and basketball into full swing, Christmas and the holidays, things like that, at the end of the season towards the playoffs, right? You want to load those up in the front of the year before the other sports start to get into full swing. So that being said, tonight, again, we have the Ravens and the Buccaneers. I got the Ravens in this game. I believe the point, I don't know what the points are, because, again, I did not know I was going live. I thought it was just a test run. Oh, look. Yes, that's right. Country Box, November 5th. I will be there to do interviews for Skywalker Boxing Media, Mo Boxing, no problem. So make sure y'all tune in. Shout out Jimmy Adams Promotions and the rest of the crew. But yeah, I got the Ravens. I don't know what the points are, because, again, I thought this was going to be a test run, so I didn't know I needed to know the points. But apparently we're on live TV, and I didn't plan. So I'm going to take the Buccaneers. I think the points are 3.5. I think the Ravens win, because this is in Tampa Bay. Ravens by a field goal. I'll take the Buccaneers in the points, but I don't know the points again, so don't quote me. Chargers and Cardinals. I'm actually picking the Cardinals on the money line. I know the Chargers are -2, because I had an argument with one of my buddies about whether we should take Arizona on the money line in our group bet. He overruled me, and we'll see what happens. But I would have taken Arizona in the money line. That being said, let's move out of sports and let's go to pop culture. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame was this past weekend. Among the inductees, rest in power to my brother, Jimmy Buffett. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, brother. I hope you're up in heaven having a nice margarita. Also, hip-hop soul queen Mary J. Blige. Only nothing is different. I can't sing, so I'm not going to ruin it. Cher. Wow. Man, Cher's a legend. She's been around forever. Ozzy Osbourne, heavy metal legend. Ozzy Osbourne. Foreigner. Foreigner. Back in the old soft rock days of the 80s and 70s and things like that. The jam band fusion of Dave Matthews Band. I know my buddy Amul is smiling out there watching his DMB get inducted. And no, I still won't go with you to a DMB concert. No offense to them. Fine with the music. Just not going to spend a whole 3 hours watching them. 83-year-old soul icon Dionne Warwick. Woo, still kicking, and we love you, girl. Keep it going. Congratulations to all of them. There were others, obviously, including I can't forget my well, I can't say my favorite group of the bunch, at least. Tribe Called Quest, baby. Let's go. Tribe Called Quest, getting up in there. I should play some Tribe Called Quest tonight. I am going to play some Tribe Called Quest tonight. Punk Pioneers, MC5, and Kool and the Gang. So shout out to all of them. World news. Moving on to world news. SpaceX was awarded $733 million, excuse me, billion. And that'd be crazy. SpaceX awarded $733 million in launch contracts from the U.S. Space Force. They won that over the United Launch Alliance. So there you go. Space Force giving out contracts. Yes, shout out to everybody. Again, subscribe at Ball and Buds, but also Skywalker Boxing Media and Mo Boxing, No Problems. Bottom Line Sports, IOW Sports, and Let's Talk Sports. We live. I didn't know, brother, but I appreciate you being the only one watching because I did not plan this nor promote it because it was supposed to be a test. I appreciate you, my brother. That is tremendous. I love it. I love it. And I'm planning on doing some myself for Halloween. So holla at your boy. All right. Yeah. Doing some this weekend. Let's go. Also, the Cuba has gone dark, affecting 10 million people after one of the country's main power plants failed at 11 a.m. yesterday. Cuba's entire electrical grid went down, so prayers to the people there. The island only has a few generators. Public life is suffering. Classes were canceled. Police officers are having to direct traffic in the middle of Havana. Only indispensable workers were allowed to go outside of the house. They have basically had to paralyze and stop the economy, which is what Prime Minister Manuel Madero Cruz, I don't know how to roll my R's, and I'm a Spanish person, screw you. I know my mom does not appreciate that, by the way. Shout out to my mom. You are the best mom ever. I'm sorry that I am always such a disappointment, and I let you down, and I failed you again and again and again. I love you, moms. All right. We have to paralyze the economy. Government officials blamed U.S. sanctions, recent hurricane damage, and an aging infrastructure. So prayers to them. As well, more news. The United States has urged Israel to end the war. This comes after Israel has set off attacks this past week that killed the Hamas's leader. The Hamas is obviously not very happy about that. And President Biden called for Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, to make the death of the Hamas leader Yahya Sinwar an opportunity for peace. So they're suggesting a ceasefire deal and the hostage deal, which none of that has been accepted yet. Can't really foresee that happening. Israel has continued to press on the fact that they are trying to get rid of these terrorist groups. And whatever you believe, right? I'm not here to sway your judgment one way or another, whether you're pro-Israeli, pro-Palestine, or pro-both, or pro-neither. I'm not here to say that, although check out Mind of the Professor number 4 next week, and I will have a little segment on that because it seems like a lot of people don't even know the history of the Israelis and the Palestinians and the land and all that. So I'm going to give you a little history lesson. And so we'll see if that happens. I can't really see it happening. Now, we got 5 minutes till the first football game starts. And again, I didn't know we were live. I thought it was just a test. So I thought had all the time in the world, but now I got to get you people to the game. So I got to hurry this last part up. Fails of the week. Boss Nation FC or Football Club Boston's National Women's Soccer League expansion franchise has been completely desecrated for their campaign that was called Too Many Balls, and took aim at male sports domination in the city of Boston. You know, social media ain't gonna let that fly. Especially the LGBTQ community, they jumped on that and they went after them. They had to take everything down, apologize, and not only did if you're gonna be edgy and try to do something that may, you're trying to rile up the men's sports, you're trying to just rile up the at least include the women's franchises in the city. Like, that would help your cause. But they didn't even mention the other women's teams in the city, so it just, I don't know. That's what they're getting detracted for. I personally don't care. I believe as a social media marketer and as a digital marketer that you have to take chances and things are going to fail. Now, I wouldn't have approved that campaign, but hey, sometimes you just got to risk it all. Stand up, another fail. All you people who like to use standing desks, forget you. It has been proven that standing desks are not any help for your health. So it could actually, doing it for more than 2 hours a day could increase swollen or clotted veins in the legs, or increase risk, of swollen or clotted veins in the legs. It says standing does not do anything to boost your heart health or reduce your risk of stroke. So screw all you people that thought you were cool because you did the walking treadmill or the standing up. Get out of here. It doesn't help your health. It has been proved it does nothing. It's better if you take a 10 minute break every hour and get up and walk around and come back and sit down. Another fail, us and nature. Bees, the bees, they're everywhere. The bees, they're in the car. Run for your life. Shout out to Chris Farley. Rest in peace, my friend. But queen bees, it is found out, prefer contaminated soil. What? This whole time we've been trying to keep pesticides off the grounds and things like that for the purpose of protecting the bees and their pollination and other animals and things that they do, their lives and their pollinations and their procreations and things like that. But they've tested to a scientist's dismay that bumblebee queen bees, Lil Kim, be a queen bee. Anyways, I wish this was text because I wanted to joke around because I as well am on flight, my friend. We are definitely in the sky, up in the sky. Where was I? Oh, yeah. Appear to like hibernating in pesticide-filled soil more than chemical-free dirt. Like, what? And this could be true for other animals as well. That comes from the Journal of Science of the Total Environment. When presented with a range of burrowing choices with varying levels of pesticides, the vast majority of the queens went for contaminated soil, especially in the highest concentration. Surprising, terrifying results that could weaken not only future bee colonies, but other animals if they are seen to enjoy the same kind of high on life. I don't know. That was pretty funny. It said triple entendre if you've been watching. I'm like Kendrick Lamar over the bars. By the way, I got a new magnum opus I'm working on right now. Gonna have a lot of good features on there, so you be looking out for that. Anyways, subscribe at Ball and Buds. Wins of the week. Let's get you out of here. The wins of the week. 1 minute left before football starts again. I didn't know this was live, y'all. I was doing this as a test. I did not know it was going to be live, so now I've got to hurry up because we got 1 minute till game starts. Taylor Swift, a lot of y'all may love her, a lot of y'all may hate her. You know I love my baby Tay-Tay, and I'm not giving this to her, the win of the week, because it is her, but she's a hustler, yo. Whether you like her or whether you hate her, you got to admit her business acumen is of the highest levels. And in terms of, especially looking back in the day when musicians and artists were robbed hand over foot because they didn't own their own masters or own their own recordings or own their own name or brand or whatever, Taylor Swift has made sure she got screwed earlier in her career by, I won't say who, but used to own a restaurant down the street. But I ain't going to give them no publicity. Screw them. She has gone on to make sure she held on to everything that has her name on it. Now she's publishing her own book, self-published. She said, screw any of the big publishers. It's going to go for $40 at Target, over 500 foot. It's a memoir coffee book, kind of big book. She's going to make hand over foot again. Like, she's still on the second leg of the Eras tour, which, by the way, is just selling out stadiums. It's sold out 3 days in the rain here in Nashville. Like, it's just wild. She's the first female artist billionaire. Like, girl, shout out. Again, when you break up with that Jock Travis, I know it's just a fling. I know. We talked. I know it's just a thing. It's a phase you're going through. But when you're done, I'm still waiting for you here in Nashville. All you got to do is call. Call me up. Call me up, Tay-Tay. Call me up, Tay-Tay. I'm just joking. Not joking about calling me, but I am joking about crying about it. Taylor Swift, again, shout out to her. She is, I don't even know. She's just something. She is businesswoman times 100 and just making money, on stacking paper, on $100 paper, about to get you out of here so you can watch some football and capers. I got bars and I got papers. I got neighbors. They be listening. I ain't talking Malik, but with these hands, stop. Last win of the week. If you shop at Aldi, they will be offering a 10-person, I repeat, 10-person Thanksgiving meal for less than $50. So again, if you shop at Aldi, 10-person Thanksgiving meal for less than $50. Make sure you check them out. I will be home for Thanksgiving and Christmas. So if you're in the Virginia, D.C., Maryland, just said that backwards, even though I'm from there, the DMV, the D.C., Maryland, Virginia area, make sure you holler at your boy when you see him in the streets. Holla. And you know how you know this is a test and I wasn't lying? I had no intro video. I have no outro video. I had no logo for this show. I was just doing this as a test. Shout out to Skywalker Boxing Media, my brother, who has stayed tuned in the whole time. We have both been taking some flight together and been experiencing a lot of highs this episode, shall I say, and really enjoying the time on here. So shout out my brother. I appreciate it. Now, I'm not going to delete it. It's going to stay live on YouTube. You take what you get in this world. Technology, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Subscribe at Ball and Buds, BALLANDBUDS. Holla 5,000.